Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, July the 8th. We're going to talk politics a little bit with Marilyn McLeod, the League of Women Voters. Good to have you back here, Marilyn.
Good to be here. Thank you.
You wanted to talk about a couple of things today.
Yeah, there is a primary election coming on August 2nd, so we hope you are all registered and ready to vote. It's too late to register in Missouri if you're not already registered.
Okay.
But we wanted to explain about an upcoming candidate forum that the League of Women Voters will hold on Thursday, July 14th at 6:30 p.m. And it will be either in person at the Columbia Public Library or on Zoom. You can register for either one.
Okay, so it will be in person.
Yes.
But if you don't feel comfortable or if you can't make it in person, you can do it on Zoom.
Exactly. And it will be recorded as well.
So you can watch it later.
Right. So that's always a great thing. You can kind of stop and listen. Now, What this will be is a forum for what we call contested races, those where there's more than one person in a political party running for an office. And this, of course, is more local. This is within Boone County,
right,
as opposed to, say, statewide offices.
Okay.
So that gives you a chance to learn a little bit more about these candidates to help you vote.
And you will be able to ask questions.
You'll be able to ask questions. And we also wanted to let people know that the League sent questions to the different candidates, and we prepared a voter's guide, which is available on our website. So they can check out those questions and the answers that the different candidates made.
So what is your website?
It is LWVCBC.org.
Okay, so just go to LWVCB, that's for Boone County, .org.
Yeah, CBC.org.
CBC.
Right.
LWVCBC.org.
Right.
And you'll have questions that you have asked,
right,
and the answers that they've had.
Exactly.
Okay, and the date and time again for the event?
Is Thursday, July 14th at 6:30.
Okay, either in person at the library or you can register in advance on Zoom. And how do you register?
Actually, the best thing to do to register is on the library's website.
Okay.
I'll add that one to the mix, dbrl.org.
Okay.
And look for candidate forum, and then you can register. I think they also like you to register for in person, so they know how many people they'll be having to attend.
Are you going to have the League of Women Voters cookies and...
Maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, that hasn't come back yet.
No.
Marilyn, thank you so much for visiting with us.
Right, thank you.
Okay, now I want to introduce you to my friend Nanette Ward. And of course, Nanette is on here from time to time talking about human trafficking in central Missouri. And if you don't think that is a problem, you are wrong, because we do have a problem.
We do. We do have people who are exploited in sexual exploitation and forced labor right here in mid-Missouri.
What is the message you want to get across today, Nanette?
Well, I have a special guest, but also just to say, for those who are not aware, to know that we do free human trafficking training, presentations. We have a monthly meeting that people can tap into. So go to our website or Facebook. But human trafficking intersects with so many other issues that we have that people are aware of, but might not realize the intersection with the trafficking of human beings. April DeTienne has been a friend for over 5 years and a partner in this anti-trafficking work that we do. She is a survivor of sex trafficking, and she is hosting an event that the coalition has had the privilege of being part of for the last few years, and it's Hugs Not Drugs. So just wanting April to share about that. But when we talk about human trafficking, there's such a close intersection of drugs, drug addiction, drug use, whether it's the trafficker forcing drugs on the individual and then them becoming addicted to it, or whether they're already drug addicted and the trafficker will take advantage of that vulnerability and force them, or if they take drugs to mask the pain while they're being trafficked. So
April, you're a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
How did you get out?
Escape. That's the only word I have for it. You have to make a conscious decision that if you're going to die, you're going to do it your way, and you run for your life. And that's exactly what I did. I ran for my life. I've been away from my trafficker for about 20 years, but I also have a daughter with him, so she is something that I always had to be very mindful of. when talking about human trafficking, and I even had to leave her behind. Preservation of life was important so that I could get to a day like today where I could bring awareness to what is really happening in a world that a lot of people don't understand.
What do you say to someone who could be on the line, who could be a victim and not even realize that they are a potential victim?
Generally, that's how it is. You don't necessarily just walk into being a victim. You are groomed just like any other circumstance that comes to that type of world.
How can you tell if you're being groomed?
I would lead this probably to Nanette.
Well, you don't know, because what's happening is that they're being really nice to you. They're buying gifts, telling you you're beautiful in terms of sex trafficking, and oh, I love you. No one else loves you like I do. And so that's that grooming process. So you become attached, you feel comfortable, and then it's like, okay, now I want you to do this. And you wouldn't do it if somebody just walked up and said, hey, we want you to do this. Like, no, I don't know.
But they've gotten your confidence.
They have your confidence, your trust, and so you don't know you're being groomed. But people on the outside can say, wow, that person's spending a whole lot of time. They're not responding to my text messages. They're getting gifts that I never saw them have before. So somebody on the outside can notice that. But when you're in the middle of it, it's like, oh, this is really nice.
Yeah.
Somebody's treating
It's
me.
a Cinderella story until it's not.
Yeah. Hey, do you have an event coming up that you wanted?
July 9th at Heartland Church in Fulton, Missouri. This is our 4th annual Hugs Not Drugs. The importance of it is I was an addict after I escaped, needed drugs to forget.
You've been through it all.
Yeah, I've been through a lot. We started this event, and what I did was I found that bringing people together from all different parts of a world that was ununderstood was going to be vital. So Nanette and I had already had a relationship. I reached out to Missouri Missing, to several survivors, families of survivors, families that have lost loved ones to addiction, and we brought all of them to one place for a free community awareness event, and it's just kind of spiraled into a really nice event that we have once a year where you can learn a lot about many different aspects of a world that a lot of people don't know.
It's called Hugs Not Drugs.
Hugs
Hugs Not Drugs.
And when is it?
July 9th from 11 to 4 at Heartland Church in Fulton, Missouri on Route C.
Okay. Do people need to call in advance?
Just show up.
Yes, show up, and we give our number, 866-590-5959, if anyone wants to call, if they're not tapped into Facebook or email.
It's called Hugs Not Drugs. From when to when again?
From 11 to 4.
11 to 4.
So drop in anytime.
In Fulton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Paul.